Quilligan. Really nicely measured pass. Trimis cuts it back, and the Mariners have their goal. Izzy Gomez knocks it in, and it means the world to the Central Coast. They've unlocked the Wanderers' defence to break through, and in her first start since November, Izzy Gomez has got her goal-scoring touch back. Well, it was a marvellous pass from Tess Quilligan here. Trimis timed the run, onside, got in behind, and the cutback was perfect for Gomez, who was able to run up to the ball, get in front of Madison McComiskey, the defender. Great vision from Quilligan there with the pass. And Trimis, who's been waiting for chances, was able to turn provider, and Gomez timed her run perfectly. She was in Matilda's form when she got injured back in November, and she is looking to recapture that magic here. That will go a long way to doing so. A third goal of the season for the 22-year-old. Chisari. Kushlaroo. Saveska. Price. Price! Great goal! Wanderers are level. And Liv Price scores home and away against the Central Coast. An equaliser that has ramifications all through the top six. Well, the Mariners had made a sub. It was off the back of a drinks break, and Saveska here. Price onside. Great first touch, and then an unerring finish across the keeper. She's only scored 2 goals this season, both of them against the Central Coast. And Liv Price's 8th career goal brings this game level 1-1, and it is a really well taken goal. I did suggest that the Mariners opener may like the touch paint. Back to Krasula. Nash, a loose touch. Capitanellis to Caspers. Holly Caspers advancing and scoring off the post. Holly Caspers scores for the 3rd game in a row. And the Wanderers may have stolen it in stoppage time. Well, it was an uncharacteristic miss of the ball from Nash, and Caspers exploited the gap, and it agonisingly rolled across the goal line and in. And Central Coast, who were 4th on the table when they led 1-0, have been rocked here because they trail 2-1. And it's a result that will be getting cheered in Canberra and cheered in Wellington, because the door to the top 6 could be getting thrown open. And how about Holly Caspers? Was injured just 3 minutes into her return. The first time she came back from injury this season. The second time she has scored 3 goals in 3 games.
Marcus Brown once again, will she choose to play it short? She certainly does. This is a different routine. That's a little bit high, and it's fading into the net. What an effort. What a way to start the game for Sophie Hoban, coming back into the starting lineup. Don't know if she was necessarily going for goal, but that's the way the ball fell. 2 minutes. She certainly looked like she was teeing up a teammate, but it just drifted. Gallagher was the nearest to it. Didn't get a touch before it went over the line, but Sophie Hoban, beautiful effort. How will Perth Glory respond? Donahue can't control the ball. Now a chance for Newcastle to work their way forward. There's the goal scorer, Sophie Hoban. She's not being stopped, continuing a long run forward, setting it up for Lauren Allen on the right-hand side. Can she get across in? She can. Templeman taps it, blocked, and another effort, and a second goal for Sophie Hoban. In a matter of moments, eased her way up the field. And what a disastrous start for Perth Glory. Hoban set it up. All Allen had to do was bring the ball in. Templeman just played it straight into the path of Hoban, and nobody followed her in. Ball delivered low towards the back post. It bobbles up, and it's found its way through
Melbourne City take the lead early in the second half in Canberra. They score from their third corner of the season, and they are on their march to 18 undefeated. So the ball was met originally by a...
Just maybe playing around with it too much. It's going to stay in play. Dangerous cross in, and there it is! The goal they've been searching for. And it's substitute Ella Lincoln who's come on and done it. It was the tightest of windows to slip that ball in between Krajinac and the post. And she found it, she found a way. Krajinac wasn't quick enough to the ground.
Well, that ball, not a good one, and it's allowed Aideen Keane to get in here. Aideen Keane to equalise for Canberra. Well, once again, it is a calamity in defence for Melbourne City, and Aideen Keane gets her goal. A coordinated celebration with Maya Markowski. They've been practicing that one for a long time. Aideen Keane's first goal for Canberra United comes after a bizarre back pass. Aideen Keane was able to get there and make it count.
Chevsky with more of an outswinger, but easier to attack that ball with the eye line of the sun.
Chevsky's delivery, the outswinger off the left boot, and it falls to everyone. Furphy has time to line it up, can pick a spot, and there it is, the opening goal of the afternoon, and Holly Furphy. What a moment she is happening in victory colours. Her second goal of the season.
Well, really, ball missed everyone. Someone should have got on it. Western United, a little flick header. I love Holly Furphy's composure in this point of attack. She's had a lovely first touch. She hasn't rushed it, kept the ball on the deck, played it.
Kayla Morrison on guard, on point as Taranto's corner. High and long into the far post. Ricochets off the leg and bundles into the back of the net. Western United, there's a response. It wasn't dealt with by the Melbourne Victory defence. And in just the blushes of half-time, Western United have found an equaliser off the back of the good work from Adriana Taranto's corner.
Disappointed with how they conceded that. Again, ball sitting up in the air, a free header bouncing around. Kayla Morrison was trying to hold off Western United. Who's that? Carly Johnson trying to...
Well, they've scored just the 3 goals from corners this season. Janczewski wonders if she can add another to that tally, and indeed she can. And who else but Captain Kayla Morrison on the spot. She regains the lead for her side. It's a brilliant corner, a well-taken header. For her third of the season, it's a fantastic finish.
That was a great ball in from Janczewski. Kayla Morrison just holding off Sasha Grove. Nice.
Lost to Wellington in the Unite round, was on neutral territory. 1-0, courtesy of Maya McCutcheon. Inside the 6-yard box and through. And we've got an opener at Porirua Park. And it's captain for the day, Ella Tonkin. Well, you watched her ghost in on the back post. Solid connection and nothing that Vilar could do about that.
Absolutely loving it. Here the ball comes over. Great far post spinning away, and just too hard for the goalkeeper to stop there. When you connect like that, there's no way she's going to stop that one going from the back of the net.
Well, it was captain on captain. And Tonkin, the eyes
leaning back and just went straight over that crossbar.
Desperate defending from Wellington. Perhaps a call to be a little more decisive in those areas as an underhit pass. Ferguson, goalkeeper's come a long way. And there's the equaliser. Olivia Ferguson was somewhat against the run of play. Goalkeeper Claudia Jenkins had come a long way.
A minute
people were expecting that against the run of play there. We just, other end, had a corner in there, just defending high, as we've spoken about, forced the error and caught the goalkeeper off the line and beautifully finished. That's what the striker's there to do, make sure that goes in the back of the net.
Well, she had a glance up, didn't she? Realised goalkeeper a long way from home. Lara Wall versus Fiona Warts. Warts' shot is half blocked. Half-hearted calls for handball. Leon! Well, up and over Carolina Villau. And Lucia Leon puts Adelaide back in front, erasing the memory of that own goal against Wellington back in January. Well, was it a shot? Was it a cross? Irrespective, it's in the back of the net, and Adelaide take the lead back from Wellington.
The back of the net, here we go. Warts decided not to shoot. She was trying to get one away, deflected. It was hanging around for some time. Seemed like the build-up was going to break down and they had numbers behind, and there it goes, back. It just chipped over Villau.
Well, I think I might have done Lucia Leon a disservice here. That very much looks like a deliberate shot. Adelaide's delivery into the 6-yard box again. And there it is, the third goal comes. It's Lucia Leon with her second of the match. And Adelaide, after knocking on the door, find their third goal. They establish a 2-goal lead against Wellington.
Numbers here, we see a corner just lofted in again. It felt like it was hanging there, like deja vu from those other corners, and just knocked in beautifully there. But it really feels like it had to come after having 11, 12, corners and set pieces. It's just really been the difference on today's day.
It's a wonderful acknowledgement of the talent in the Ninja A-League that we get to see every week, that we get to see emerge every week. There's so many young players on this pitch. Lovely turn from Hawkesby, the strike! And Sydney FC open this scoring. Mackenzie Hawkesby, for the third game in a row, gets herself on the score sheet.
Urich has put her there because she does know where the goal is. But what a ball from Shay Holman. The way she just splits that Brisbane Roar defence. The half turn here from Mackenzie Hawkesby.
For Sydney FC in these early stages, and that really does pass the eye test of what we've seen on the pitch. It's been, for the most part, all Sydney.
It sure has. Sydney's definitely been the most dominant team today, and here they give away this
interception
possession.
here, Lainey Fryer! Her 8th of the season! The newly minted Matilda caps off one of the greatest weeks of her life.
Lainey Fryer definitely has this in her locker, but we know going against the wind here, but what a finish that was from Lainey Fryer. It definitely caps off a great couple of weeks that she's had. Fantastic finish. They got the free kick in the end.
Queen's delivery headed away. Coming out to Kruger. Appeals for handball, not given, so Eka played out to Pringle. Pringle's delivery, Kulamu! And on the follow-up, Mariel Eka scores her first goal of the season. The Brazilian gives the Roar the lead, and for all of Sydney's dominance in the first half, it is the visitors who lead.
It was a bit of a scrappy ball in there, but Kulamu, what a little bit of fancy footwork there in the box, and Heka there just to finish it off and put it into the back of the net. You would think so. You'd think it's optimistic to try and score from this range, and especially against the wind here.
Taking short, Tobin will shoot. Nat Tobin! What a strike from Sydney FC's captain! Nat Tobin has produced something special here, and Sydney FC are back level.
Great strike from Nat Tobin. But the touch forward there from Mackenzie Hawkesby, the way she's touched that forward allows Nat Tobin to now run up, get that run up against the ball, which gives her the opportunity to be able to strike that ball.
Among Sydney FC fans, but they've gotten the equaliser, and suddenly Sydney are rampant. Shay Connors on the ball now. Connors, ball played in behind, the cutback, Connors! Her first goal of the season! The American
just see here Shay Connor. She's working really hard to win that ball back. She plays the ball.